And so let me go ahead and let's just jump right on into it and going on in. And what is a 90-minute day? It's about hitting your goals 90 minutes at a time. To quick tell you about myself and the selling point here, my name is Corey Knight. I'm the Director of Sales Training and Development for Silverton Mortgage. And I'm also a sales performance coach. And kind of how I got my background, why am I here today talking to real estate agents about how to grow their business when I'm the guy that works for the mortgage company? Well, I started in the mortgage industry back in 1994. And so I was 12 years old when that happened. And I just kind of worked my way through the industry. And then in 2000, I'd say about 2005, I got out of origination and got into coaching and training consulting. And I was doing that for mortgage companies. And then come around to around 2011, I got recruited away in order to go out and I did national sales for performance for a large bank in America that I went out and I spoke to real estate agents on how to grow business. And it actually went really well. And so, because your business, believe it or not, you might be in the real estate business, but you're not in the business of selling houses. You're in the business of selling people. 94.8% of the people shop online before they ever contact an agent. So therefore, how do we go about gathering that business, getting that business and saying, look, pick me, choose me when it's time to go about doing that business? Well, that's kind of where I developed to doing this, to where now I spend half my time with Silverton doing training and coaching with the loan originators there, and the other half of my time with y'all, whether you are an on-site agent for a builder or else you're handling all resales. Both of these titles, have their job functions that you need to do, and how do we go about doing it to be most effective with it? And so that's what's bringing me here today. As far as me personally, I live in Roswell, Georgia, and which at least it's going to be warm today, so hopefully it's a little warmer where y'all are at too. But I live in Roswell, and I'm married. I have 6 children and 1 grandchild. So today, having a 90-minute day is something I need too, because needless to say, I'm not bored. But going into that, let's just jump right on into the material and talk about how just 90 minutes a day can transfer your business. It can take it from here to here. And I'm going to give you the foundation, but you're going to help build what that 90 minutes looks like. So to start off, how often do we say, I don't have enough time? Say in the chat, say, that's me. I don't have enough time. Not in the chat, but in the Q&A, write down, I don't have enough time, because I am guilty of it. I mean, I told you earlier, I have a lot. I have a lot of kids. I have a lot of responsibilities. I run and do a number of different things here for work, and then of course for home, because my kids go from high school to preschool. So what are some of the things that who here says, it's me, I don't have enough time? Well, put it in the Q&A. Just click that little Q&A question thing there at the bottom, and we'll go. And that way we know we got people on board. Okay, well, I'm just going to trust that y'all have the same thing, because when we wake up every day, we're always like, where did the day go? But one thing that's interesting, when we say we don't have enough time, what we're really saying is this is not a priority. I don't know about y'all, but so many times I find myself, I get easily distracted with little things, like little pop-ups that go, a little email here, a phone call here, this comes, and next thing I know, what I was focused in on in order to handle and do my business, I realized 20 minutes later, I forgot that that's where I was working. And that's because I'm not setting proper priorities with my day on what is going to make my day successful. So where the 90-90-1 rule, because that's why we're talking 90 minutes a day. It came by, developed by Robin Sharma. It's a productivity technique focused on achieving a specific goal over 90 days by dedicating the first 90 minutes of each workday to it. This method aims to foster focus, build discipline, and make significant progress in long-term objectives. And so basically we are looking at, okay, yes, the name of this is the 90-minute day, but we're doing this for 90 days. And let's break down the 90-91 rule. And if you're wondering kind of where this came about with Robin Sharma, I'm reading the book again right now. It's called The 5 a.m. Club. And it's about, for him in the book, it's about getting up at 5 a.m. and doing it. For some of you, you're like, I can do that. It's great. For the rest of you, you're like 5 a.m. Not going to happen here. And I know because I get up and I've got kids. I go to all these different schools, and it's like, okay, how do I go about doing it? But really, I just want you to focus on everyone. If you really want to succeed and you are full time in what you do, you have 90 minutes in your day that you can solely dedicate to growing your business. So let's talk more about kind of what does this 90-90-1 stand for? 90 is the rule spans a 90-day period, allowing for a sustained effort in habit formation. So basically, we're going to do this for 90 days, which should go, okay, every day for 9 days, I'm going to do these things in order to take my business to the next level. And again, it's a repetition, it's going through, it's doing certain activities in search of a certain result. The second 90 is each workday begins with 90 minutes of dedicated focus on a pre-selected goal. So today we're actually going to go about what are our pre-selected goals. I emailed y'all just a little bit before the handout for today's call if you want to fill that out, or it's in the chat for those of you that maybe did not get the email. But it's here in order for you to kind of go through and say, okay, what am I going to do? Because we want to break this down while we're here during this time. And the last is, what's the one primary goal you look to achieve at the end of 90 days? Because we have to establish what that goal is, because that will help us focus our effort on what will achieve that goal. Because so many times we wake up every day and we go, okay, what do I got to do today? What are my focuses today? And, I call it, a lot of us do business by accident, in which we wake up, we're like, okay, let's hope something happens to me today. I really hope a client calls me. I hope I get a referral. I hope that I bump into someone that just so happened to be wanting to list a house or buy a house or whatever it is. But so many times our day is done by accident. In fact, ask yourself this question and then answer it to yourself is, if I know exactly what I did all for 2025 to get every lead I received, if you can sit back and go, yep, every lead I received, I know exactly what action I took to drive that lead to me, then you know what you need to do for business. But if you're like most of us, I don't know. They just came in, I had the leads, it just happened, or else it didn't happen. I mean, you look at the statistics from NAR, it's rough out there. Most agents aren't doing $1 million a year. It's tough in this business. So you have to be very intentional, very focused on your day. And that's what this whole rule is bringing in. What are my intentions? What are my focus to make this successful? So here are the 5 steps for going about this. Number 1, we have to identify the goal. Number 2, we have to schedule the time. And we're going to go all over these 5 steps together. So we're going to break them all down. Third thing we got to do, which is one of the hardest, is eliminate distractions. Because again, I see squirrels everywhere. So we want to eliminate the distractions so we stay focused on our goal. Number 4, we have to have a consistent effort. And number 5, we have to evaluate and adjust, because what we're doing, we may be doing great activity, but if it's not yielding results, we need to assess, okay, how do I change this to get results? Because I'm getting noticed, but I'm not getting business. So let's go ahead and jump into these 5 steps and see, okay, what can we do to schedule our 90-minute day? The first thing we have to do is identify the goal. What do you look to achieve? In this case here, we have to look at, okay, for real estate agents, what makes you money? So let's see if we Q&A again. Someone type in, what makes you money as a real estate agent? Okay. Anybody gonna put something in there for me? Okay, I'm guessing it. Oh, there we go. People. Okay, well, people, yes, David, people help, but really you're looking for specific people, right? You're looking, what makes you money is closings, right? But the people are what you need. And lucky for you as a real estate agent, you have the largest database than almost any other business, kind of, because as long as they're of legal age, they're looking to buy a house. So you get that, so you get to have that. So what will make you money? In this case here, you're right, David, people. And here are the specific type of people. Number 1, listing. Anybody looking to sell their house. And the second one is buyers, people looking to buy a house. Those are your people. And any of those, all those people could be at any stage at any point in time. And right now, as you see with kind of what's going on in the market, you see people are starting to get more open to sell. You got more buyers starting to come into the market. Yes, there's always things moving in that can affect it. But at the end of the day, when you look at it, there's always someone looking to buy or sell a house. So we have to get in front of people that are looking to list and people that are looking to buy. So now, where do we find these people? Now, we have to set a goal. We're going to talk about setting a goal. We have to make a goal SMART with you. And I don't know how many of y'all have heard the acronym SMART, but number one, the goal must be specific. Okay, I'm looking to get over the next 90 days, I would love to grab 3 listings and 5 buyers. I mean, you set your goal, okay? So it has to be very specific. You know, I know a lot of you have taken in like a lot of training from different people. Like Brian Buffini always goes, you know, you want to ask specifics. You want to meet Thursday afternoon at 3 or Friday morning at 9. Those are specifics. You have to be specific about your goal too, because then you know what you're trying to achieve. So number one, be specific. Number two, it has to be measurable, because you know, how, if not, did I hit my goal? Did I not hit my goal? Well, I wanted to get more people and I got more people, but did I hit my goal? Is it enough people in order to make things to get the results I want to get? Is it achievable? If you're going, hey, guess what? You know, last year was a tough year. I only had 4 or 5 transactions. This year, I'm looking to do 27 transactions or 32 transactions. Is that achievable? Is that jump? You know, I say shoot for the stars, but sometimes you got to go, okay, guess what? If I was 4, 5, 6, 7 last year, let's go for 15, 16 transactions. Let's look to double our business. And what can we do to do that? And then hopefully you can exceed that, you know, because you do want to shoot big, because if you shoot big, you're always going to go higher than if you shoot low. But it has to be achievable. You can't sit there and going to go from, like I said, from 10 to 100. That's just not achievable. So is it achievable? And it could be that the way you do certain things, you can't do it. Guess what? Not many people are moving when it's, you know, when we got 8 feet of snow out there. So you have to take a look at factors like that. Next, is it relevant? Is it relevant to my business? Is it relevant to me hitting my goals? Is this activity worth making me hit my goals? And last, it has to be time bound. You have to have an end date to it. Otherwise, you know, if you don't sit there and go, okay, I'm not going to, my goal is to get, you know, the 2, 3 listings and the 5 buyers, but you don't say it's within 90 days. Guess what? I didn't say it was in 90 days. I said it was by the end of the year, or I didn't give it. So I didn't miss my goal. I never really set when it was. So you have to encapsulate in a time bound. So you want to make your goals, in this case, you want to make them SMART. You want to be very specific, because when you think and talk in specifics, you act in specifics rather than general terms. Now let's jump into what activities make this happen. Okay. Number one, database calls. Okay. What's interesting, I've been speaking to real estate agents now and talking to them in groups as small as the group that we have on here and as large as 3,000. And one of the most interesting feedbacks I get, and y'all know you can answer for yourself, is how many of y'all call your database on a quarterly basis? You physically call them. Very few, if any, hands go up. It could be a room of 50 and you might get 1, 2, 3 hands. How many y'all call semi-annually? Again, just a few hands. And how many y'all call annually? Just a few hands. Most do not call their database throughout the year at all. Well, I have a CRM and, you know, I don't call, you know, it just kind of trickles email, stuff like that. I don't know if you're like me, but when I get up in the morning, I open up my phone and I see all the emails. I hold the top one, wait till a little box shows up and I go tap, 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 delete. The only time that I really look at the email to see what it is, if that's the frame of mind I'm in. So not saying that your CRM isn't going to help you. It is going to help you, but it's then waiting that hopefully by the time your past client has has seen the email, they're in the stage where they have not already talked or spoken to another agent, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I worked with them 2 years ago, or even 12 months ago." I attended the NAR conference in New Orleans a number of years back, and Google was talking about how people do not remember who you are. Basically, the time frames for if you've closed and worked with a client, and that client, if it's in the last 3 to 6 months, they remember your first name, last name, and where you work. They'll remember it all. My name is Joe Smith, and I work for Remax, and they know Joe Smith is great. Remax is great. If it's after 6 months to 9 to 12, they typically only remember your first name, maybe your last name, or where you work. They're like, someone at Remax. If you have not physically contacted them inside 12 months, the odds of them remembering who you are like 1 to 2%, which means they've already moved on to whoever's in front of them taking their attention, which means a lot of your past clients don't come back because you're not doing anything to keep them engaged and focused in on you. You're right. No, they're not going to be buying a house maybe another 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it is. But they're talking to people who are, but you're not top of mind. You're not triggering that reticular activator. If you're all familiar with the reticular activator is that part of the brain that makes things top of mind, makes them conscious. Sort of like if you're going, hey, I'm going to go buy a new red BMW, and all of a sudden you're out in the street, you're looking around, you see all the red BMWs. You're like, I'm so cool because everybody wants a red BMW like me. That's the reticular activator. That's the part that goes, okay, it's top of mind. So for you to contact and physically call, old school, your database, you go reticular activator. That's when I'm calling them, going, hey, this is Corey here at XYZ Realty. Just want to see how things are going. How's the family? How's this? How's that? Whatnot. Hey, don't forget, anybody looking to buy or sell a house, please refer them to me. And that's how you go back top of mind. That way, the best time to make those calls first thing in the morning. And we're going to talk about that actually on next month's call, which is the power of your database. So we'll dive into that more then, but that's how you stay out and get your business. So activities, you do database calls, social media. Social media is huge because, like I was at the gym this morning because my mornings are very structured. So I was at the gym this morning, and what's everybody doing on the gym in between? They're looking in their phones. They're doing this, then they look at their phone. Then they do that, they look at their phone. What are you doing to stay relevant? So these are activities that make it happen. Next, expireds. Are you calling expireds? Believe it or not, a lot of those go back up. And who's calling? Who's looking? FSBOs. You know that 2/3 of FSBOs end up taking an agent. So how often are you going after? Are you staying consistent? Because we talk about consistent effort in what we're looking at. Networking is another way to get the business. Are you out there? Are you part of the chamber? Are you going around? Like where you get your hair cut on a consistent basis, or your hair done, depending, do they know who you are and what you do? So that way, if someone sits in their chair, they can, hey, oh, you're looking, they're talking to their beautician, barber. They're talking to them and they're going, yeah, we're looking to buy a house. Oh, I cut so-and-so's hair. You ought to use them. They're fantastic. So networking. And then think of it. What are all the other ways you go about driving business? Where do you get leads? I mean, simple things. I mean, you write down those ways that you do. Just wearing a name tag around can get you business, because if you wear a name tag and someone looks at it and you're at the grocery store and they look at it and you go, yeah, Corey Knight, XYZ Realty, I'm on the clock. So you looking to buy or sell a house? People are like, oh, yeah, no, I'm good. Hey, not a problem. If not doing my job if I don't ask. And there's nothing wrong with that. But these are the activities you do. But a lot of these activities, this is what you're going to give your 90-minute focused effort to. The activities. So what are you going to do for the 90 minutes? So this case here, I want you to write down, if you have the handout, feel free to write in there. If not, write down, what activities are you going to do for 90 minutes? And it could be, guess what? I'm going to make 10 phone calls, or I'm going to make 5 phone calls. We do the same challenges here to our people here at Silverton, but I say make it what you're going to do. I mean, I know Keller Williams has the bold, which is 50 calls a day, but some people, guess what? You're not going to do it. So don't make that your target. What are you going to commit to? Because if you agreed with me earlier and said yeah, I've not called my database in a while. Guess what? You're not going to make 50 calls. Make 5, make 3, make 1. Because 1 call a day, that's 1 call more. And then if you're talking about that's 20 days, just business days of the week, that's 20 days a month on average. That's 20 calls you didn't make. Another NAR statistic for you, NAR states that the average agent must basically engage or interact or initiate conversation with 25 people in order to find 2 to hopefully close 1. That's a 25-to-1 ratio. And I don't know if some of you, if any of y'all get a good lead last month, you get a contract. Did you initiate contract? Did you initiate the contact, or did they happen to remember you? If they happen to remember you, that's a Christmas gift. If you initiated contact, then you did the job it took in order to get that business going. That's why you have to remember the habit you did so you can repeat what is successful. So which ones are you going to do? Because those are the ones you are going to commit to for that 90 minutes. Social media, you don't go in and look at cats playing the piano video. You're going in with intention. You're going in, okay, what do I need to do? Who's talking about houses? Who's sitting there going, hey, I'm thinking about, anybody recommend a plumber? Hey, as a real estate agent, here's who I recommend. They've helped all my clients. I trust them. Hey, hey, you're thinking about painting a house? Question. Real quick, if you're going to stay in your house, pick the colors you like. If you're thinking about selling, stay neutral because that helps with the sale of your home as a real estate agent. And don't be afraid to put that in there. Engage with them. So you're looking for engagement, and then you are posting. And the things you're looking at posting at is they want to know who you are and what you do. Not just real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate, because after a while, it's just like, oh, of course, that's all they talk about. And odds are you might be unfollowed, dropped, whatever. But if you're doing both, because that's where you find the happy balance, because people like to work with people they know. What's interesting is they call them friends on Facebook, but a lot of these people, I don't know, they're not my friend, really. When I think about it, I've never had conversations, but what's interesting is when I meet them, they're like, Corey, I feel like I know you. So like for me, I post Friday night family movie night a lot on mine, in which every Friday, well, at least most Friday nights, because lately the kids don't always want to introduce, they're kind of getting too cool for that. So we post a video and the kid introduces it. And I've been doing that now for 7+ years. And so people feel like they know me, they know my family, they feel like I know what it'd be like to work with me. And you need to do the same thing with you. So you need to be very intentional on what you're doing with your social media. Now, next, once you pick out what you want to do, now you must schedule the time to do it. And this is it's this time to really make things a priority, in which, what do you block when it comes time to it? One, you have to look when you start the workday, make it consistent. Guess what? If it's going to be from 9 to 10:30 every day, which is your 90 minutes, then it's 9 to 10:30 every day. You get the kids out, or you have your morning time, whatever it is. It could be 1 to 2:30, but make it consistent. So, at this time, this is my focus. This is all I'm doing. So you block off the wins and really you want to start your workday with it, because what's interesting is we always find time to put out whatever fires and handle whatever need to handle, but we never make time to get the business, to do it. I always joke, like, well, really, when you start your business day, what's the first thing we typically do to start our business day? We look at our phone and see what the email tells us. Okay, email, what is my day going to look like? Okay, put out this fire, put out that fire. Oh, pick this up, go do that. Here's things. Our email never tells us to go get business. In fact, it distracts us from getting any business. Yes, it can help you save the business you already have, but for the most part, it says, your email says, here are the fires, go put them out. It never says go chop wood. So you need to be very intentional. If you chop wood first thing in the morning, then guess what? The rest of the day, you have all day long to put out any fire that comes about. In fact, Gary Keller talks about that in his book, and he talks about how he treats his mornings like he's at the movies. When you're at the movies, do you have your phone open during the movies? Hopefully you're not that person, but you don't have your phone open during the movies. You are sitting there, you're like, I'm in the movie. Sorry, no one, you can't talk to me. I'll upset everyone around me. And really, I paid $9,000 to come see this movie, so I'm going to watch this thing. So you need to treat that 90 minutes the same way. It's a full focused effort on getting basically your getting your game plan executed on how you're going to go about getting business, making the calls, doing the social media, interacting with people, calling FISBOs, pulling them up. Hey, guess what? Guess what? And all these things in order to do. So when? For how long? 90 minutes. That's why it's a 90-minute day. Okay. And then third, what? What activities are you going to choose? Be very specific and mark it on your calendar. And here's what I mean by very specific. It could be, guess what? Here's your 90 minutes. For the first 30, I'm going to call 5 people in hopes I have 5 conversations. It could be, I'm just going to make calls for the first 30 minutes, or I'm just going to call 5 people, whatever it is you choose. Next is I'm going to spend the next hour doing social media. And I'm going to be looking for engagement, not at what so-and-so's, oh, look, they're on vacation again, must be nice. None of that. It's where's there opportunities? How can I engage with people? Can just, even if it's you see someone's birthday, hey, happy birthday, so great. Love to see what your family's, everything going on in your life, whatever it is. You're looking to engage with people. You're in there on purpose, not just to see what's going on. You're looking for ways to engage people. And then, so you're putting that on there, and it could be, guess what? Mondays, it's this. Tuesdays, it's that. Wednesdays, it's this. You decide what you want one day. The reason being why you want to be specifics and kind of decide, I call them theme days, in which, guess what? Today, I'm going to call all my, basically anybody I've ever talked to. I'm going to call this day. I'm going to call all my past clients. This day, I'm going to call possible referral partners. Today, I'm going to reach out to my HOA and see, hey, what's going on? I don't know. These are things you have to choose, but you want to be specific in your activity, because otherwise, here's what you're going to do. You're sitting on your computer, you're going to sit back and go, oh, what am I going to do today? Next thing you know, your 90 minutes is up and you did nothing but figure out, hey, what am I going to do today? So you want to mark those on your calendar. So that way, when your timer starts, when that reminder goes off, you're in execution mode, not planning mode. So that's what you block. Let's talk about how to make yourself accountable for blocking it. You got the reminders. We all have the reminders. And so here's the best example I like to use. We have the reminders on our phone here. And then what do we typically do when an alarm goes off? We can do a couple things, right? We can swipe and snooze it, and it will go off in a few more minutes, which means let me finish what I'm working on, and then I'll make my calls. Then I'll engage social media. Then I'll do whatever it is that I have planned for the 90 minutes. Or you can swipe dismiss and say, okay, time to work, time to go chop some wood. Or it could go dismiss and go, so I just don't feel like calling today. My kid needs to do this. I just need to go do that. And I have this over here. I keep putting it off. Let me go do it. Which basically, when I say dismiss and you decide to not do the work, you decide to not prospect, that's like you saying, something, I have enough money. I really don't need to do this. I'm pretty well off, thanks. And I don't know about you, but I don't know too many people who sit there and go, no, I'm pretty well off. I don't need to earn any more money today. I made enough money. So know that this is your reminder. Hold yourself accountable to the reminder. We actually have one of our people that works here at Silverton. What he does when that goes off, he doesn't snooze or anything. He leaves it on the screen until he does it. So you choose what's going to work for you, but have accountability. In fact, one thing that's great, if you have someone else that you can work with or lean on to help be an accountability partner, share your calendar. Say, hey, did you? Let's get together when we're done. And hey, how'd it go for you? How'd it go for you? Give each other feedback and see, hey, this is working, this isn't working. But either which way, you have accountability, which means you're more likely to execute when it comes time to do it. Now let's talk about eliminating distractions. This is one of the hardest things to do because, like I said, I see squirrels everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter. It just things just pop up, and I'm like, ooh, shiny object, things like that. And I'm sure as salespeople, a lot of us are that way. So how do we find our focus zone? Number one, we have to minimize interruptions by find a quiet space. For me, I have a home office. I sit and I work in my home office, and that's it. My kids know, hey, he's working, leave daddy alone. It's there. For you, it could be your home office. It could be, no, I have to go to the office because home is, there's too many distractions. And it could be, guess what? Where's the spot in the home that works best for you? Is it the dining room table? Where is it going to be quiet so you're not hearing distractions? Where can you kind of have your Zen zone? Next, remove anything unnecessary to the task. If it doesn't deal with the job at hand, don't have it in sight. Don't do that there. Like for me, remove anything, close your email. Because your email goes, I need to, because we all have that impulse. Same thing with your phone. Unless you're doing outbound calls or texting clients or sending clients a video, hey, just was thinking about you. Happy birthday. Hope all is going well. Unless it's outbound, you don't. It's not important. It can wait because your business can't wait because you need to work on it now. Because as you know, someone you talk to now is 5-6 months down the road before you're going to have a closing. So you need to focus now to build your pipeline down the road. So remove anything unnecessary to the task. That way it's full task, full goal on mind. Third, turn off or mute unnecessary notifications. I already told you that, like even for me on here, I have my email shut off, everything shut off. So you are my full attention. I don't want the things popping up going, okay, I need to look at this, need to look at that. Next, close your email. Like I said, that is the biggest thing that gets a lot of us off track. And then have everything you need to do the job. Make a list. I understand you may have to go at it a few times and realize, oh, I forgot this, oh, I forgot that. But have everything you need to do, because otherwise, every time you get up to go to another spot, that opens up a whole room for distraction. Basically, oh yeah, I got to swap the laundry. Oh, hold on, I was hungry, my stomach's hurt. Let me grab a snack real quick. And next thing you know, your time has gone by. So I have everything you need to do the job. And then what else? What else do you need? You know what you need to be most effective for that 90-minute time. Next, where is that spot? Think very specifically, and where would improve your odds of execution? And that's, you really have to go, okay, here's my 90-day. Here's what I want to do. Here's the activities I'm going to do, and here's where I'm going to do it. So when you go there, you're more likely to execute because one, you have it prepped. Your mindset is, guess what? I'm going to transition from what I'm doing in life here to doing what I need to do for my business here. And this is my transition. So when I sit down, it's go time. There are no distractions. It is go. It's me calling people, engaging with people, reaching out. And it could be, guess what? My 90 minutes on Wednesdays are I go out and I do pop buys certain places to where I get business. So what would improve your odds of execution? Because you need to make it a place where it is your place and that this is all there is to do because that's what you're sitting there to do. Next, you need the consistent effort. Nothing happens overnight. This is a marathon that we're in. This is not a sprint. Because what you do so many times we go on out, and we're like, I did a mailer, I did a bunch of Facebook stuff, and I'm just going to sit back and wait for my pipeline's going to blow up. I know it any minute. And then we sit back and we wait, and it's nothing. And we're like, well, why did I do that? I got nothing out of it. Well, it's consistent effort. We have to do it in time. I think Lionel Messi said it best, and that was I forget the exact number of days, but he goes, it took me like 7,422 days, 22 hours, 47 minutes, and 13 seconds to become an overnight sensation. The same thing with your business. The people that you see rocking it now, they weren't there. They had to build it through consistent effort over time. So here's a great example. I'm one that loves quotes. I do a video every Monday for my company on quotes and kind of how to apply it to our life. But you wouldn't plant a seed, then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself? Your hard work, your decisions, have patience and keep watering the seed. If you keep pulling it up, it's never going to grow. You got to go, guess what? I got to do this. I'm going to make these calls. I'm going to keep calling. And then guess what? One day that call is going to transpire. It's going to take root and it's going to bloom, but it's something you've got to keep doing to make that happen. So what it takes consistent effort over 90 days, even if progress is slow initially. I'm trying to remember the quote by Robin Sharma. Basically inside his book, he talks about how when you're starting a new task, it's like a little messy up front, ugly in the middle, and beautiful at the end. Because we're trying to figure it out. Then it goes, oh, look at this. This isn't working, this is working. But all of a sudden at the end, it all comes together and it makes a beautiful picture. It's like planting that seed that we talked about. You're digging in the mud, you're getting dirty, everything there, but then you're watering it. All of a sudden, one day it sprouts up and it's a beautiful flower. So the same thing happens with your business. You got to realize this isn't Guess what? What I'm doing today is for 6 months from now, for 5 months from now. And that's what's hard in an Amazon culture where, guess what? If I spend $20 more, have it delivered today, I'm going to spend the $20 more and have it delivered today. Why should I wait till tomorrow? That's kind of what we've become, but we have to realize that's not how our business is done. Our business is done over time, taking the time to execute on a consistent basis. Lastly, we have to evaluate and adjust. It's a process of continual improvement. What are you going to evaluate? Calls. Are my scripts working? What can I change? Because if you're calling all the time and you're just having conversations and nothing's happening, you got to go, okay, what am I saying? Is it working? Because I was actually coaching one agent and I was going through them. They're like, yeah, I'm calling all the time. Found out at no point in time in any of the conversations or making a call are they saying, by the way, do you know anyone that's looking to buy or sell a house? They weren't asking for the business. They were just having conversation. So every time their past clients got to call, they're like, oh, she's calling to check on me. She is so nice. Because it could have been where they hung up and they get done and an hour later, they go, oh, I totally forgot so-and-so's buying a house. I should have told her about them. Well, oh, well, I'll remember next time. Well, when they're call us next? So that's why you have to be very intentional with the calls. Are my scripts working? Do I need to adjust? Do I need to change them? Next, social media. Are my posts getting noticed? Am I interacting enough? What could I change? If you notice, you're going to see a pattern of what could I change because nothing's perfect. You're going to establish and find different things. Are they getting noticed? For one thing, you're not going for likes. You're looking for views. What is happening? What gets the most views? Because you can look at it right there on Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn, all of them kind of let you know how many people view it. So what are people viewing and how can I adapt? And believe it or not, content's easy. Your life is content. You just have to be willing to post it, which means a lot of times we have to get over ourselves and what we think of ourselves and just do it. Just put it out there. So you have to do that. Am I interacting enough? Interaction is where it all gets done. That means I am looking for Susie. Susie is I know she was looking to possibly do something. How can I interact with her more? Who else? They live in a great neighborhood. How can I stay in front of them? They're the HOA president. How can I stay in front of them in case someone from the neighborhood goes, hey, we're looking to sell. Oh, you need to talk to so-and-so. You need to be looking. Who am I engaging with? Am I engaging? Am I putting content out there? Next, networking. Am I meeting with the right people? You can meet with all kinds of people, but are you meeting with the right people? Okay. Are you part of that PTA? Are you, guess what? Yes, you're a member of that golf or tennis club, but are you interacting with people that could turn around and help you get more clients? Because everyone's your client of legal age, So that's kind of where, are you meeting? Am I in the right group? Are you in the group of people that are no longer in the house market, or are you people that are constantly, oh, we got new families coming all the time, which is a gold mine. So are you with the right? What could I change? What else to evaluate? Number one, the time block. Is it the best time? Okay. Because sometimes you're going to go, yeah, this is a time, and you find out it's just not working for you. Some of us go, we have zones. Guess what? Mornings don't work for me, man. I mean, I need like 4 pots of coffee, a mid-morning nap, and 3 o'clock, I'm rock on. It could be, no, 9 o'clock is my time. I got to do it. So is it the best time? Should it be earlier? Should it be later? What could I change about my time? My work setting. Am I free of distractions? Did I really pick the right place, or did I pick the place that I can see the refrigerator and like, I could use a little energy right now, and that's a distraction. Am I prepared to start my work when I sit down at my desk, or do I have to get the whole desk ready and I spend the first 20 minutes preparing to do the work I need to do? What could I change? And lastly, consistency. Am I executing daily, or is it hit or miss? Because remember, this is a 90-day effort. If you want something to change, you got to commit yourself. 90 days is not much. It's not much to commit. You're talking 3 months, 1/4 of your year. And if this is your full-time job, you've got time. Got time. You just have to make the time. And that's, it's about setting those priorities. Am I executing daily? Am I repeating the right activities? If you keep doing something, it's just like, man, I've been doing this for 60 days and nothing. Now, that's where you get with someone to maybe have someone else's opinion. Hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm saying. It's just not clicking. What do you think? You could do that. And it could be, guess what? It's just the timing isn't right yet. But if you don't stop and assess it, you'll just keep doing. That's like, right now we're reading James Clear, Atomic Habits. And sometimes we're so habitually saying the same thing, we don't even realize what we're saying, not realizing that maybe if we changed it just a little bit, it could change our whole outcome. So am I repeating the right activities? And what could I change? So now we talked all 5 bullet points. Let's bring this all together here at the end. Let's reflect on the 90, 90, and 1. First thing, remember the first 90 is the rule spanning period of 90 days, allowing for sustained effort and habit. That's why first 90 is, I got to do this for 90 days. So what are your goals at 90 days? Be specific. I want this many listings. I want this many buyers, or whatever it is your goal is going to be. And let's say, guess what? Right now, I need to focus on personal things. Then guess what? Set your 90 days for a personal thing. I need to take care of my personal health. I need to do that. Mix that in, because this is a way for you to succeed at life, not just your business. Next, 90-minute, begin each day with your 90-minute activity of getting focused on your single pre-selected goal. So today I'm going to call the people. I am looking for listings. I am looking for buyers. I'm on social media. I am looking for anybody to engage them in it. Because as you keep going, guess what? I'm going to keep adding friends and following more people, because that gives me more opportunities to interact. Social media is the best way to passively grow your database. Because some of y'all go, oh, I only got 100 people in my database. No, that's on your Excel spreadsheet. But you got 2,200 friends. Guess what? There's your database, and it's easy to add to it. Again, passive way to do it. Every day I'm adding new people, which now gives you more marketing. Well, they're already friends with that agent. So are they interacting? If they're not, fair game. Someone needs to interact with them. So there we go. And then last, the primary goal you're looking to accomplish in a day. What is it that you're trying to do? Because all those activities are your singular focus toward doing it. It's like one agent told me the one time, Corey, I want to be an on-site agent. I want to go work for a builder. I'm like, okay, then what are you going to do to go work for a builder? Well, I guess I'll call him. No. You're calling. You got to show up. You got to be consistent. You got to show that builder, guess what? I am there to drive business. I am there to do this. Are your current agents doing that? Because I am here to do that. So we came up, the goal was to be an on-site agent by the end of 90 days. He got it, but he had to do a lot of work, engaging social media, posting videos of the people's houses, all this stuff, and going to the sales manager of the agents going, hey, I'd love to be on your team. Here's what I've done so far. And here's how I go and I drive business. So you've got to have those things. You got to know what it is you're going to do in order to get your results. And what is the definition of success? And that kind of comes down to what the 90-minute day goes for. It's simple disciplines repeated on a daily basis. You're defining your simple disciplines and how you're going to do it for 90 minutes every day, Monday through Friday. If you can do it every day on a consistent basis, you will have success. Your business will change. You will see that this is the best 90 minutes I've ever spent, because this got you to where you want to be. And it only takes 90 minutes. That's the crazy thing. I mean, if you look at some of these language apps, they're like, hey, if you do 15 minutes a day of learning another language, by the end of the year, you're actually going to rock it. But they're only asking for a 15-minute commitment. Just imagine doing 90 towards your business. How much time do you spend prospecting now? Are you spending 90 days? If not, this is your opportunity. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully you all kind of saw exactly what the 90-minute day brings. The handout is in there. I love having you all on board. The next month, you go ahead and mark it on your calendar. On March 10th, it's the second Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. We're going to go over the database, because some of you are going, Corey, I want to go ahead and add that 90-minute day to my business. Okay. I want to add that too. I need to know more of how to work my database, because your database is your gold mine. These are people that you have contact with in some way, shape, or form. So it's not really that much of a cold call. So we're going to talk about that and dive into that here in a month. So looking forward to have you on there. You will be receiving a post-call survey. And again, if you would like me to present this to your brokerage or to other people, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact will be in the post follow-up survey, or reach out to the loan originator who invited you to be on here today. Or if you hit me on my social media feel free to reach out to me. I love the opportunity to present more to you. I offer a lot of different trainings for you out there. And then, of course, again, fill out that survey because that's where I get feedback on what I can bring to you. So thank you all for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in next month's training. And right here's my contact on the screen. If y'all want to quick take a screenshot, you have my contact in order to reach out to me to see what more I can do to help you. And Silverton, thank you so much for allowing Silverton to present this to you today. And if you do not have a great loan originator working this, please reach out to us. We are here to help. Thank you all and have a wonderful rest of your week, and can't wait to hear some success stories about your 90-minute day on next month's call.